And welcome to Today in the News on Vanguard Live. I am Precious Chukudi. We begin with the front pages of the papers this morning, starting off with Vanguard. Vanguard is leading with Edo make governorship poll credible. The writer says parties, CSOs, Khan, Jonathan, others, tax, INEC, police. And we can see a photo story showing at Access Corporate Forum. Hashtag end bad governance. Lawyers secure release of 6 Kano protesters. Federal government wants Nigerians to relocate as Cameroon releases water from Nagdo Dam. Stories about federal government records a $2.35 billion foreign reserve inflow in 7 months, and that's coming from Edo. Ex-British envoy cautions against October protests, alleges foreign influence. Hardship, Nigerians petitioning for their lawmakers recall, and that's coming from INEC. High petrol prices rendered 70,000 naira minimum wage useless, and that's coming from NLC. We'll take a look at the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian is leading with Edo decides 2024 people, politics, power, and their godfathers on a war path. And we can see a photo story showing 3-horse race, some of the contenders of these Edo state election. NNPCL marketers return to PMS import over shortfall from Dangote. PDP crisis, more cracks in governors' rank as BOT meets National Assembly caucus. Outrages, EFCC's Bedo arrest saga mocks 80.2 billion naira fraud charge. Anxiety over Edo poll as police vow to descend on troublemakers. Appeal court approves federal government on against out of court settlement. Fubara's loyalists to contest council election under APP. Court orders Belema Oil to pay $21 million, 10 billion naira contract debt to PGP CNPC. We'll take a look at the Nation newspaper. The Nation is leading with council autonomy. Constitution for rework, says Akpabio. Red alert in Edo 24 hours to election. Poll material in councils. Tinubu shelves the 79th hunger for domestic challenges. Governor First Lady Associate celebrate Hamzat at 60. We'll take a look at the Punch newspaper. The Punch is leading with Edo poll. Military mans state boundaries. The FCC goes after vote buyers. Rider says the security agencies ensure force. Government declares holiday. Materials arrive 16th legal government. INEC upbeat of success. Lagos cleric abductors demand a 30 million naira ransom. Rex crisis. PZ Cousin to sell Nigeria subsidiaries. Stories above. Damagum, 4 governors back Wike support for PDP chair. Dangote officials, refiners tackle marketers over imported PMS. Farmer herders clashes. Federal government panel recommends open grazing, ranching. And lastly, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, NECO invites 40 schools over mass cheating in SSCE. And that's how we can take on the front pages of the papers. Join us after the break. All right, welcome back. If you're just joining me, still Today in the News on Vanguard Live. I am Precious Chukudi. Let's take a look at Edo State. And of course, we know that the people of Edo State will be moving to the poll. And of course, this story says that Edo make governorship poll credible. One day to the thorough Edo State governorship election. The 3 major political parties, Labour Party, LP, People's Democratic Party, PDP, and All Progressive Congress, APC, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, and former President Goodluck Jonathan have taxed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and security agencies on credible balloting. The call came as fears of violence marring the election heightened yesterday with suspected talks clashing as INEC distributed sensitive election materials. Also, protesting youths and women besieged the palace of the Okumagbe of Wano Kingdom in Esako local government area of Edo State, demanding immediate release of PDP leaders arrested across the council area by the police. Indeed, the Yaga Africa expressed fears that there could be violence in 8 local government areas. It said could be characterized by high stakes, potential violence, and logistical challenges. The group identified local government areas as Ikpoba Oka, Oredo, Igor, Ovia Southwest, Ovia Northeast, Eastern Southeast, Esako West, and Esako East. This came as Police Service Commission, PSC personnel, arrived Edo, read Riot Act to police personnel and released the phone numbers through which erring police officers should be reported. Having concluded their campaign, the PDP, APC, and Labour Party were upbeat about their chances of winning tomorrow's election and succeeding Governor Godwin Obaseki. We take a look at our next story. Our next story is on hardship. Nigerians petitioning for their lawmakers recall, and that's coming from INEC. And in the wake of growing economic hardship in the country, several Nigerians have petitioned the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, demanding a recall of their councillors, state assembly members, House of Representative members, and senators. Accordingly, INEC met on Thursday and approved the revised guidelines for the recall of members of the National and State Assemblies and councillors in the Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. INEC National Commissioner in charge of Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, disclosed this in a statement. He said, in addition to reviewing the final preparation for the Edo State governorship election holding on Saturday, the Commission also considered and approved the revised regulation and guidelines for recall. According to him, he said, and I quote, the Commission has, in the last few weeks, received a number of requests from different groups across the country for the recall of their representative in the National Assembly and State House of Assembly. He said some of them had even requested Commission to initiate the processes of the recall on their behalf. For clarity, the process is initiated by voters in a constituency. The Commission also implements the request in line with Section 69, Section 110, and 160 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and Section 2C and 113 of the Electoral Act 2022. Accordingly, the Commission has reviewed the regulation and guidelines, providing a detailed procedure for recall. The 10-page document has been uploaded to our website and social media platforms for the guidance of prospective petitioners and for public information. We appeal to constituents interested in the recall of their elected representative to be guided by the revision of the regulation and guidelines in preparing and submitting their petition to the Commission, he stated. All right, I think I'm so excited about the fact that, people are beginning to see that if you have lawmakers who are not doing anything, it's time to recall them, because then again, it means that the people are in charge of what is going on in the country, because it makes no sense that you have people who are ruling you and they're not, making, they're not bringing out laws that can, support and help you as a people. So it's good to see that this option is available and that people can also, go about petitioning these lawmakers. And the fact that INEC has said, you won't find out, for you to find out more about this, you can go to their website and also go to their social media platform to find out more on how you can, petition your lawmakers who in the last couple of months have, or, years who have been there and they've not really done anything. It's time to call them back home. I think that's a good initiative. All right, let's take a look at Mr. and Mrs. before we go. Mrs. is speaking. She says, by the way, dear, is your friend not going to remarry? And Mr. responds and said, he said he can no longer understand women. When he was married, his wife accused him of cheating on her. His mistress accused him of the same offense. This is actually really very funny. But then again, it's actually, it's a lot, because when you look at how, the cheating scenario has been, the word of how people just, practicing infidelity on your spouses and all of that, you just wonder. So you cheat on your spouse with this person, bring the same person into the house, and still cheat on this person with another person. Like, so it doesn't just even really make any sense. But then again, Mr. and Mrs. they always have a way to come for one another. And that's all we can take on today in the news. I am Precious Chukudi. Remember that you can equally like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms showing on your screen to find out more. Thank you for watching.